Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And it's been a week since the Perandus and the Ascendancy update launched, and GGG started with the current development priorities they had and they are going to have for the next part of the league. As far as stability goes, beside the crashes GGG had to deal with at the start of the league, they are now in a good place and they know of no other realm stability issues. So stability is in a good position at the moment, even though you might get disconnected from time to time and all the kind of stuff, but it's still much better than what it was in the first days of the league. Performance, they're also working on performance and with a very high priority, especially improving the performance on the Perandus encounters. There's been a couple of deaths, probably a lot of deaths, due to the loading issues and preloading of RAM usage during some of the Perandus encounters. While this has been kind of fixed with the latest patch, and we'll see that later, GGG is still working on it because optimizing the game always brings good results. So yeah, they are working on that. And as far as the labyrinth goes, since it's designed on not being able to use Alt 4, not being able to log out, not being able to use portals, GGG is trying to clean every possible way that will abort your run. So crashes, bugs, for example roads that are blocked and shouldn't be. So that's what they are working on the labyrinth, because the labyrinth itself works really well. It's just there are a couple of things that might be fixed, but yeah. So also, if you are playing on standard or hardcore, so not the temporary leagues, and you have a lot of characters, you might think that running all the trials and all the labyrinths on all of those will be really boring. And that's what GGG thinks too, so they are actually adding to all the characters that have completed Merciless difficulty 6 Ascendancy points. So you'll be able to log in into your high level characters and just pick your class and use your Ascendancies. Actually, I'm not sure if you can pick your class without completing the labyrinth, but you still have all of your points, so that is going to cut a lot of boring time that you might have to do. Also, GGG is planning, we still don't know when, but for the next trade improvement, the ability to trade across instances. So you will be able to trade between the labyrinth and outside of the labyrinth. So this is actually going to be really good, because a lot of times you just get the whisper, but you are in the labyrinth and you don't really want to run the labyrinth again just to sell something for 1 chaos or something like that. So hopefully this is going to come out soon, and yeah, I'll definitely be waiting for it. Also, the Perandus League is really popular. We already know that just by the sheer number of players that actually played during the launch, and the league itself also is really catering to many players, especially with the ability or the possibility to grant a lot of players very good uniques that are generally very gated by RNG and maybe high level drops. This time, thanks to Kadiro, you can actually buy them, so there's a lot of more uniques, and even casual players can actually afford a lot of the uniques they usually can't. On another news, the hunt for Rigwald has ended and we got the winners. So this hunt basically was a challenge where you had to kill Rigwald. Any level Rigwald, didn't matter, during the previous league, the Talisman Challenge leagues. And if you did, you basically automatically entered the raffle to win some computers and some stuff offered by Alienware. So here are the winners, congratulations to them. There's also some winners for the Stash Tab bundles, so lucky you guys. And thanks Alienware for sponsoring this, I guess. But yeah, also, if you happen to be in San Francisco today at 3 p.m. I'm going to guess San Francisco time, so American time. You might want to meet up with Chris, Jonathan and Eric, which are going to be there for a game developers conference. So you're still in time, it's still early in the day. If you want to know more about it, just email Chris at this link here, or this email address here, and you'll probably get the location and the date, of course. Even though it's today, I'm sure they won't have any problems if you just want to join them up. And as far as updates goes, there have been a lot of smaller updates during the week, but here is one update that's just a bit bigger than the others. It's update 2.2.1, and there's some interesting stuff. For example, Cadiver may now sell you the map to his family estate. There's also a challenge related to this, so be sure to pick it up if you happen to find it. Hope it should be for 2,500 coins. I can't remember where I read that, but yeah, it should be like that. Emperor Izaro has been made in normal difficulty, and I have to agree, because the labyrinth was fine. You can take your time, but Emperor Izaro sometimes was just way too hard. For example, if you got the variant with the triple curse statues, in normal you generally don't really have your flasks set up with curse immunity and all that, so it ended up being a bit too strong. Also, hopefully they will fix or somehow made it that you can tell when he's going to leave the arena, so that you can actually time when you are clearing things like the statues that give him HUDed, cold, lightning and fire damage, because that's really crazy when those statues remain in the game. But anyway, enable the unique item Sergio's Crank, which is a unique staff, of course two-handed, which gives more block, chance to gain ES I think on block, also giving a lot of spell damage and +1 to gems in the item, so it's pretty interesting. You can probably reach cap block with some staff block notes on the tree and maybe bone offering, so some interesting builds definitely can come out from this unique item. There's been some minor fixes, but most importantly, finally, the improvements for the Pyrandus packs and their preloading. It seems it worked really well as far as I've heard. However, I'm sure GGG is still working on improving these even more. Also, I haven't found all the chests myself yet, so maybe there's some chests around that are still not fixed. Hopefully they are though, so let's hope. And the Guardian of the Mound has returned in normal difficulty. It's that goat in the, what's it called? The Climb, I think? No, it's not the Climb, it's the Prisoner's Gate. Yeah, after you beat Brutus, this monster was actually removed in normal difficulty, not sure why. Probably because it was way too annoying. I don't think anyone actually stops to kill him, unless you want to test your build or it's in a challenge. But anyway, glad to see his return. Animate Guardians can now survive Dart Traps because they take 90% reduced damage from those. I guess it was really the bane of Animate Guardians. With the minion AI, it's really hard to not get destroyed by traps, even though traps deal a lot less damage to minions. And also there are icons when Flesh Offering and Bone Offering affects you, so this is actually really good. And it's been asked since day one, probably since alpha, absolutely since alpha. And I'm glad GGG actually implemented this. So yeah, it's been a very fun week, and it's also been everything for this week news. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all, I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.